my name is Neeti Pillai, and I'm a LLB graduate, LLB 3 years graduate from Mumbai University. I just completed my final semesters the past week, and my dreams would be to be an IPR lawyer. So that is the path I'm currently on. So I've been working as an in-house legal trainee in Reliance Broadcast. It's a media company, and you might know it as Big FM. So I've been interning there for the past 1.5 years. So yeah, mainly focusing on IPR, and yeah, that's pretty much what my dream is. I didn't know anything about anything when I joined the company. So basically, I did intern under an advocate for 3 months, but it was mostly, so when you start interning with an advocate, the first thing that they ask you to start working on is research. So I didn't exactly have a lot of drafting experience per se when I started, and considering I'm from BCom graduate, I had absolutely no idea how to go about drafting. So I remember the first day at my work, I was given a document to proofread, to vet an agreement, and the Word document was covered in red highlights, and I didn't even know that Word had a feature of doing that. So that's how it started. So basically, I had to go and figure out what those were, and then so there was a lot of it was a big learning curve because I didn't know anything about drafting, which is why I wanted to join a drafting course in the first place. There's a big difference, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, because obviously, when you're in the field, you're working as an intern, or when you start getting practical experience, you do start drafting on your own. You get an insight into what goes where and what shouldn't be a part of, which clause does not form part of a particular agreement. Everything, yes, but since the highlight for me of this course was the 100 contracts you learn. And honestly, let me be very honest, I had my doubts about joining an online drafting course because you never know. I almost always felt that these courses were very easy. So I was very hesitant about joining a course like that. But I had heard about LawSikho from a lot of people, especially some friends and HR. My cousin works in HR, and he was the one who actually suggested that I go for a course from LawSikho. And I browsed, and then I found this advanced diploma in drafting, and I also think I found a certificate course in drafting. But the advanced diploma had like 100 contracts, so you learn alternate dispute resolution and a lot of negotiation and everything. And I just wanted to check out what the course was, so I started by downloading the free material that was available on the website of LawSikho. I went through it, and then I decided that maybe I should actually take it up because. Like being in a media company, there was a set amount of agreements that I got to learn. So, example, music license agreement or an artist agreement, and maybe a leave-in license agreement. So there wasn't much else that I was asked to do or I was learning. So getting into this course itself, it was a huge learning curve because I got to learn so many more agreements than I thought I would ever. Even if I was working in a full service law firm, I highly doubt I would have been able to learn that many agreements in one go. So yeah, it was a big growth for me at least. Okay, so basically, I remember the first thing when I got the material was the checklist that you had given for a boilerplate checklist. It's funny to note that I didn't even know what a boilerplate meant till I actually started the course. And I remember my boss then, she was like, why did you enroll it? I could teach you 100 drafts. And I wasn't convinced, obviously. So I think the material itself, the material available on the LMS is so vast and so in depth that when I started reading it, it made a lot more sense. So basically, whenever someone starts learning how to draft, the first thing they do is they, go to the web browser and search for a template. And almost every template is same. But there are certain really important drafts where clauses you need to change the clauses according to the industry that you're in. Like, for example, indemnity, where it is capped, when it can be capped, the limitation of liability clause. They're all something that differs from place to place, and there are clauses that people will agree to, people will not agree to. So basically, that is how I started. For the first few months, I think I started my internship in May, and August is when I joined the course. So for the first few months, at least, I was relying completely on templates, and I knew it was not the best thing to do. So once I started with the course, the material, the reading of the material, that helped me a lot to understand exactly why, which clause is being inserted where, and what need not be there in a particular agreement. So yeah, that was been very helpful. It was challenging, I will not lie, because considering I was working full time and I was out of my house for 12 hours, taking out at least an hour a day to study the course and to do the weekly exercises, it was one of the biggest challenge. There was a time, I will not lie, I called Abhyuday and I told him I cannot continue the course. I want to quit. But then, and he told me, okay, if that is, he asked me what the problem was, and I told him, it's not, I don't think it's working out for me. I don't think it is benefiting for me. And I almost got through it. But then I realized that maybe if I just stuck through it, if somehow I took out at least, at least 3 to 4 hours during a week, maybe I will be able to finish it. And like from thinking that an online course is going to be too easy for me to not being able to keep up with the class, it was a very big turn. But then eventually I did end up submitting all of my articles on time. Two of my articles got published on iBlock Readers, and I got really great feedback on most of my assignment, most of my contracts that I had submitted. So it was an amazing experience, even though it was really challenging as well. Yeah, what I would like to say to people who are considering but still confused about if or not they should go for a online course is that definitely something from LawSikho is it's not what you expect. It's going to challenge you to the very core, where you will not be able to keep up. You're not consistent with your activities. So if you think online courses are too easy for you, probably LawSikho might be something that you want to consider if you're looking for a challenge. And if you're looking for something easy, definitely not LawSikho, because that is not what you're going to get. So I think every law student should go for at least some course from LawSikho. I know I have a friend who is enrolled for 8 or 9 courses at the same time. I know some of them who have done that and were struggling to do it, but still go at it. So I think it's a good investment.